Night fever, night fever.
And she turns to Theodas and says, "This will buy us some time to take out his friends."
Nicely done.
Okay. Let's use the opportunity while we have it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hi, Dragonbait.
No.
Tauren. Oh, actually, no, wait. He can hit someone.
Yeah, I was going to fucking say, surely he's going to take
He's not just going to walk up into Dragonbait
and say hi.
I really like your hair.
Come on, why don't we let that be?
uh,
Why don't we let that be the case?
nope.
So walk up, say
I
hi.
doubt that hits, so we're good.
Tauren Vasu the Sergiesh.
Right, okay. I'm going to go running in!
You dive over the defences.
I mean, he can get past the rhino.
I am going
Hop
to
over the defences.
I'm going to smack the shit out of the skeleton in front of Dragonbait. Why not? 11, that's probably going to hit.
That does not hit.
I'll hit him again. 15.
That one does hit.
And I will...
Would you like to press your new button on this one?
I don't know if I do. Because it's only a little ditty skeleton.
Wait,
Give me anything.
what new button?
Rub the funk.
I have a new button. Screw it. I will rub the... actually, no.
No,
No,
he shatters.
Actually, no. Scratch that. Don't need to.
I was just thinking. Well, I know they're not going. Yeah, they're not going to be very good. So yeah, I think that's all I can do. I don't think I've got anything I can do as a bonus action. No, that'll be me. I'll just turn towards them defiantly. Grrr.
Riardon.
Right. I run this way, up there, round here, down to here, and punch this skeleton in its skeleton-y face.
Okay,
Going for an unarmed attack.
Okay.
that is a hit.
Then going to use a key point.
That is a dead skeleton.
Oh, that's a dead skeleton. Ah. I'm gonna
You just run up and punch, and his skull goes sailing off, and the rest of the bones just collapse.
Okay. I still have some motion and an extra attack, don't I?
You still can move and continue any attacks you might have.
Okay, I move over here and I punch this guy in the face.
That is also a hit.
Oh.
Oh.
Hit him in the face.
I'm then going to spend a key point, because I'm sure that won't work this time, to do
Why
a
is
flurry
there
of
a
blows.
4 on it?
Yeah, I was going to question. Why has he got a 4 on it?
I don't know.
He got 4
Right.
faces now.
I am going to spend a key point to do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Destroy him.
I punch him again. Or try to.
That is a hit.
Wow.
Apparently, these guys are naked standing in front of you.
These guys apparently need to buy some decent armor.
And now this guy's got another 4.
Yeah, what the
Then I
fuck
punch
is
him
that?
again.
I think it's a death counter on the end.
Well, that's a hit. Did he get a 5?
Riordan is technically judged.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just putting on how much damage they're taking each time.
Interesting.
Wow. Interesting, yeah.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else which I can do at this point, is there?
Well, with your flurry of blows, you also get 10 feet of additional movement and a disengage action.
Oh, wonderful. In which case, I disengage, and so far I've moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, so I can move another 20 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, there. I run over there.
So you run up, you punch the skull off of a skeleton, you land 2 more blows against the thug behind, 3 more blows against the thug behind him, and then run away again.
Yeah, that's pretty much my stick.
Liony Romad.
Well,
Lino, it's your turn.
Would you like to do anything?
not really. There's not much I can do as a lion.
You have a
Tasty rhino over here.
you have a movement speed of 50.
That rhino, that's not from us, is it?
That is from you.
That is my creature. I conjured it.
Right, the rhino.
That would be fucking cool.
Impressive. Well, it's not for me to do, so I'm just gonna.
I think you can leave it there. Yeah.
I'll stand here and just sit.
Uh,
And just be ready for battle.
The mage would like to move now, but he's currently in the Feywild.
So how
Enjoying
long?
a cup of tea.
How long is he supposed to stay vanished?
He will stay banished for up to a minute, depending on how long Renala stays concentrating on her spell.
So up to 10 turns then.
Yes.
It's amazing.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The boar.
What's
The
Seraphine?
boar. The boar. The boar. The boar is bored. She doesn't know if there's much she can do. But she'll just move. Actually, how far can I go as a boar again?
Your boar has a movement speed of 40.
40. Okay. She'll move just up a bit, and she'll just like stand ready, just in case she needs to do anything.
Okay.
So she'll be ready to just charge at someone in case she needs to.
Seriously, the rhino rolled a 1.
Yes,
I know
yes, the rhino did.
did worse than the boar. I'd like to point that out.
What would you like the rhino to do?
If I charge in with the rhino,
He will charge through your friends.
yeah, that was my question.
Would you like him to take a step forward so he completely blocks the bridge?
He will do that.
You could get him to hold his charge until we're there.
And hold the charge here.
So he can have.
I think
Does
it's 20 feet for the charge to actually work.
Yeah, he needs to move 20 feet so he can step. He can take a step back and get ready.
Okay. Take a step back. Lovely animal that you are.
Gorgeous animal, you.
Philippe! They don't seem to have noticed you hidden in the foliage.
So I will just start my raging as a bonus action. For some reason my HP is not up to date. There we go. As I rage, I will flank this one over there. Do I put myself here to flank him, or do I put myself more here?
You can't flank him from any way because you're the only one stood near him.
Even if he doesn't see me?
If you can get a surprise, I'll give you advantage on the attack because he doesn't know you're coming.
Okay, thank you. So I give him the +1.
You shall not.
That is a hit.
12.
Stabby poo.
Watch as this guy gets a. Oh, he gets a
Ooh,
1 and a
that's
2.
getting small.
Yeah, all the numbers are gone to all of a sudden.
He took 44,000 damage.
He's not feeling well.
He's one of the lightning thugs. They have many HP.
He is still standing though.
I will attack him again. This time at normal because I guess he noticed me now.
He has noticed that you've come up and sunk a giant halberd in his side, and he's turning to face you.
And
Well,
he's
technically, he's already kind of facing you. You've just burst out of the hedges that he was looking at.
He's turning at you, thinking that one of his
he's like,
allies won.
May I help you, sir?
That is another hit,
9.
and he falls down dead.
I killed one of the lightning thugs.
I helped.
Bring it on.
Come on, cross my ditch. I dare you.
That's an 11.
No. Even then, the 24 barely hits.
5, 10. Where's my thug? No, that's dragon bait. thug.
Hey, don't call Dragonbait a thug.
He's very sensitive.
That's a 14 and a 6 for Leaf.
No, none hit me.
Next.
Sean,
Yeah.
the one in front of you, draws its short sword. 19. Carry on.
Alright. He's OP.
It's not OP. It's O.
21 armor class, bitches.
OP.
That's a 19 and a 20 for Leaf.
Oh. Both hits.
So that is 6 and a 7 halved to a 2, 3, so 6 points of damage in total.
Okay. 6. Oh, I got 66 HP.
Dragonbait charges forward and sort of looks at you, Sean, with a look of, finally the undead, right?
I know, right? We've been roaming around this apparently undead infested jungle all this time.
Finally, we can do what we're made for.
What we're supposed to do.
And he just hacks through the two of them in front of you with his Holy Avenger longsword. Theodas.
Boom, 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 boom. Clear line of sight.
We're doing
Let's
the
do
Mario
it.
thing.
Yep.
Alright. I also have a question.
Okay.
Infestation, is that a bonus action or an action to cast it?
That is a good question.
Because that's a cantrip and I have nothing written on it.
Oh, that's useful.
I know what it does, but...
Infestation is an action.
Okay. Well, then, let's go with... Mom. Why didn't you roll it?
It did. It hit.
Can't see it. Let's go with an ice knife on the dude on the back here.
So that hits everyone within 5 feet of him, so it's just this other thug. So that's 2 thugs need to make dexterity saves.
I can go up to level 4, right?
One succeeds.
One of them succeeds, the other one is not so lucky. Yes, you can go up to level 4.
Let's try level 4.
Kaboom! I say kaboom!
Where's the kaboom?
There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom!
I submitted Roll20 slowly taking it. Very slowly, apparently.
It's working out which dice to roll.
It's now trying to find his favourite.
It's got to find enough D4s for this.
It's now currently calling up technical support because it can't find all its D4s. We thank you for waiting. We appreciate your service. We are now carving new D4s. This may take some time.
Out of the bones of your
Please
enemy.
enjoy this.
Why is Chrome crashing again?
So the damage, you did 2 points of damage to the guy that got a knife stuck in his chest, which then exploded and dealt 3, 4, 5d6.
That's a load of damage.
20 points of damage.
Jesus Christ!
So he takes the full damage, and his friend takes half of it because he succeeded the dexterity saving throw.
So as I throw that, I just like say, "Hey guys, heads out!"
Ranala.
Seraphine. You're learning from the rhino who's getting ready.
Renala is gonna cast Guiding Bolt at level 3 on that skeleton. Hits.
Hits.
And it explodes.
Fuck you, Renala!
Hey, don't you talk like that to my waifu.
Torin!
The person who stole my fucking kill!
Don't you talk like that to my waifu.
Torin
Not
versus
for Seraphine
Sergiesh.
to realise she started making a small hole and just pats it back down again.
Well, the best place for him is there. And he is going to smack the one in front of Philip first.
You have advantage at this attack.
I do have advantage at this attack. So I shall put myself on advantage for this attack. And I shall smacky poo! Does that hit?
Yes.
And that's 11. I am going to rub the funk on this one. I'll just use a level 1. Oh, I'm dead. 12 rubbing the funk!
You bring the Warhammer down, and there's just an explosion of silvery energy as he collapses to the ground.
I then swing around and smack the one next to me.
Okay.
13? That's not an advantage.
12
or 13. Your choice.
You needed an 11, so you
I
hit.
13!
And you just swing round, and the guy flies backwards.
I clock him square on the side of the head, and his head goes flying off.
And yes, Seraphine, I coded a button that literally says, Rub da Funk. And when the damage is dealt, it says in the damage type, Rubbing da Funk.
That is beautiful.
Riordan.
Riordan is going to run in
And
to
smack
this guy.
this guy.
You are at advantage.
Oh, sweet.
This guy's ever so slightly fucked.
I'm going to punch him.
No, you didn't. You dealt a lot of damage with the ice dagger, and Torin finished him off. That is a hit.
That's
So
why
who's
that's why I rubbed the funk on the one that only
Right.
took 10 damage.
I'm going to spend a key point so I can hit him some more.
Well, you can hit him once already without spending a key point.
That's a good point. I'll hit him again without spending a key point, and then I will do that. So I hit him again,
That is another hit.
That's a good hit.
and then I'm going to spend a key point because I'm pretty sure he's still alive.
He is still alive, yes.
Needs to
Poor dude.
bastard.
Come on, spend a key point. That's it. Well done. That's a good roll 20. Okay.
That's a good boy. Do the roll 20.
Roll.
That is a hit.
And then I hit him again because I'm pretty sure that hasn't killed him off just yet.
He is bloodied now.
He's starting to regret his day.
He is regretting life choices that have led him to this moment.
With one hand, I steady his head, pull back my arm.
And smack him. Square on the snoz.
He's still alive, but he is now swaying somewhat.
Pretty much. Oh, I thought that would have done it. At which point I disengage and run away.
The lion that is Romad.
The lion formerly known as Romad.
Sounds like a good name for a movie. The Lion That Is Romad. Presented
Sounds
to
like
you
a
by Disney.
knockoff of The Lion King.
The mage would love to be taking his turn right now, but is checking out the wonders of the Feywild still.
He's currently been questioned by this queen person.
He wants him to do 5 things.
I have a question about that, by the way. Will he turn up in the exact place where he left?
Yes.
Will he be facing the same direction?
Yes, he will.
Are you going to suggest we all gather around behind him?
Seraphine.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
As a boar, how good am I at jumping?
Let me look.
I mean,
Usually, like if you get a good enough run up, but I think it's usually about 20 feet run up. You can usually
Yeah,
clear
you can probably clear that gap.
Okay, Seraphine wants to charge, and at this one, she wants to.
So you just. And all this time they've been looking at this rhino that is like preparing to charge as soon as it gets the chance, and he just looks round in this moment of horror as a boar leaps through the air. I say all of that, and then we roll this attack, which is at advantage.
Oh yeah, it's an advantage. Woo.
So that's 18 to hit, which hits, and deals
13 did.
7 points of damage. He is still alive,
Oh wow.
but really regretting life choices right
I
now.
bet you it's by like 1 point.
He has the biggest "fuck this" expression.
I must admit, one thing I was going to say, I was going to suggest for the rhino, if we line up both sides of where the mage should turn up, leaving space for the rhino.
Yep, that's
the
exactly
rhino
what
gets
I'm
ready
thinking.
to charge.
And he just kind of stumbles backwards. He doesn't fall over, but he stumbles backwards from the weight of the onslaught of the boar, running full pelt and diving through the air at him.
Doesn't that give Dragonbait an attack opportunity then?
Technically, yes, but I'm going to be kind because he shouldn't have technically moved, but
Don't be kind on him.
yeah, he's dead now.
Oh,
If Dragonbait swings, then he is
yeah.
dead. I can go through the motions if we'd like.
Or we can just accept it and move on.
He is dead.
Right.
His life ended so badly.
The next part is, so we know the wizard's, the mage is going to...
So Renala says, "Move quickly."
Okay,
Whereabouts was he again? On this, was he about here? Wasn't he?
it was about there, I think, yeah.
There.
Can I go on my rhino and charge on the rhino?
You can get on the rhino.
Do we have to leave...
Can't see right now.
Do we have to leave enough space for the rhino to charge through?
Yeah, that's what it is.
There we go, yeah.
And if
Oh,
it
actually,
moves, like
there.
forward.
Yeah.
And so Renala will drop the spell a little bit early. And the man just... Where the fuck? What? Oh, shit.
Allow me to introduce you to your new friend.
Oh, hey, look, it's the rhino's turn.
Hello there. Carol Kenobi. Well, rhino. Charge!
Okay.
This is where after all this is gonna miss. Oh, thank God for that.
He does not miss.
Oh, yeah.
So he takes 18 points of damage from that. Plus...
No, I was thinking, I really hope she can't see this.
7 points of damage from that. Plus... If the target is a creature, must succeed on a strength save.
Oh, God.
I mean, it pops back into the world and takes a rhino full in the face.
It's a good strategy. It's a
He
good
is-
strategy.
He is really wondering what happened.
Where's my army in the rhino?
And he just falls backwards onto the ground, prone.
Well, now we got advantage on the guy because he's prone.
We do.
Okay.
Thanks, rhino.
Philippe.
Yes. Okay, so this time can I flank him?
You're at advantage anyway. So
You're at advantage anyway because he is on the ground. He's lying down. He's trying to get up, but he's just taken a rhino full in the face. The horn has left a bloody gash up his chest. That if somehow he survives this encounter, is going to leave a gnarly scar.
Gnarly, dude.
So, Dave actually rush to him and lower his with a big strike. Does it hit?
That just hits.
So it's a
they
10.
really need to buy armor, those guys.
He's a mage.
So, is he still alive?
He is still alive.
So I use my extra attack.
That is also a hit. He is now no longer alive.
The head is rolling.
You just like cleave down once, and his blood spurts from his throat, and and then you just bring the halberd down again, and it goes clean through the neck.
Could have sworn he said we were. He could have. I could have sworn he said we were dead men. Never mind.
Wait, she's watching from the.
Was he looking in the mirror?
Is that the best you have? I say, looking up.
Hey guys, I just realized something stupid. I forgot how to say that to activate the rage damage.
He didn't rage, actually. I
He
thought.
did.
Oh yeah, I was really...
He said he raged at the beginning of combat.
Oh.
Well, we still killed them anyway, so.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, instead of cutting the head off, you blended it.
I'll miss you, Rhino. I'll miss you.
And however long the rhino is there for. You loot the wizard, and you find this.
I find this. The lion approaches.
Excuse me.
Can I have a snack? Says the Rhino. Says the lion.
Yeah, can I have a snack?
You loot the wizard, and you find this.
I find Moa's puzzle cube.
It is a cube, the same as the puzzle cubes that you've been finding in the shrines, with a snake on the side.
How many do we got
nice.
now?
It kind of looks like
This
Randall.
is
We have
5.
There are
Fucking Randall.
6.
6. We got 6.
Ooh, you have 6.
We got Kubazan, Shigambi, Moa now, Unk, Ijin, and Wongo.
Damn.
2/3 down.
However, this does mean that whoever these guys are going after them as well.
Yeah, but if they're as dangerous as those ones,
I'm merely saying that we may get some of these shrines, go through them, and then find that there's nothing there.
possibly.
Can I loot
Seraphine.
the other corpses?
Seraphine just kind of like taps her hoof, and she just kind of gives a look of not on our watches.
Defiantly hoofs the ground.
Also, Theodas is going to turn to Seraphine. What did I tell you about not getting involved in the fight?
She gestures back to the area where she freaking knocked the guy over and knocked him back.
She's her own gnome. She can get into what she wants.
I'm proud of you. Walks away.
She smiles if a boar can smile.
Yeah, I'm actually very curious
Yeah,
about
Thunder
what
used to
that
smell
looks
a lot.
like.
Happy squeal.
Yes.
From the
Leads the wizard to Romad.
from the thugs, Riordan, you can loot about 12 gold pieces.
Nice.
Is that damage from his mouth? Oh, no, you smiled at me.
Oh, emotional damage.
Is there
12 gold pieces. That's
is there any indications of where they might have been coming from?
Can I
No.
Can I sniff him?
Well, you can eat it if you want to. Or
I
like
think that'd be gross for a Romad. A bat will like it.
You're a lion. But
Yeah,
you
but
do
that
lion
doesn't-
things.
that doesn't count though, because you're still a freaking humanoid person inside.
I'm gonna
Would it
walk
be
off to
weird,
the side
John?
and say,
John,
It would be weird. You feel that would be weird. Well, that's not where light goes.
Can I sniff him though?
end up walking over.
You can sniff him.
You can do the perception.
Oh.
Can I just use my own perception? Cause
Could you
Talking to
track
myself,
him?
saying,
Could you track where he went?
Next time you get
Oh, I could do that too.
But I'm better. No joking, you can do it as well.
Both the felines. Track.
So
You
wait,
suck at
I have some.
You rolled a 14. He smells of human.
I smell like human.
I I got this thing. Wait, let me check. Pure instinct. No, that's not the one. That's aspect of the beast. You gain the hunting sensibilities of the wolf. You can track other creatures while traveling at a fast pace, and you can move stealthily while traveling at a normal pace. Okay, so basically, I'm good at tracking.
You can track quickly and quietly. Renala is also happy at the end of the combat, and you can tell that casting the 4th level spell and concentrating on it for a few rounds has
Oh shit, not advantage.
Helped quite a lot.
has taken a toll, and she is tired. But
Aw.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, motherfucker, fucking prosecute, motherfucker, yeah.
And so you spend the rest of the afternoon and early bits of the evening dealing with setting up more defenses at the amphitheatre,
Back we go, work.
or
So, Torin, you said something about the carpenters. Oh, shit. Should have kept my mouth shut. Well, now time to work on some more pikes and more things we can do. Maybe build a bridge here.
I mean, I defended a village before. This will be kind of nothing.
Well then, back to work then.
Seraphine.
Mm-hmm.
As you go back to the flower that you'd previously planted, you can see that it's taken root and is starting to grow.
She gets all happy and she kind of like runs around the flower because she's like, I did a thing, I created life.
Oh,
And
Romad is going to take a nap.
Romad,
Oh no, here we go.
as you go past Seraphine, who's bounding happily around this flower that's growing, you catch a glimpse of a small 2-3 inch tall figure stood on Seraphine's head, wearing a mask like a rhino.
He's gonna quick come back, and he's gonna try and grab it.
And it just melds into the shadows.
Seraphine will kind of like turn to Romad, kind of freaked out as to why he swiped his paw at her head.
Right, he gets Tammy there, and he said, "Seraphine, don't panic. I just saw some little figure on your head." And I was trying
Instantly
to grab it.
panics.
Does she,
Especially like,
does Tammy say that? Tammy say that while anyone else is near?
I would assume that he would. It's like he's not.
Yeah,
he's not-
you can all hear this.
Okay. Description.
Seraphine passes.
Was it the same size as Tammy?
It's about the same size as Tammy. It's
It's
2 or
like
3
another
inches
Tammy.
tall.
No, it's
Completely shadowy creature.
somewhat shadowy and has a rhino as his face.
Had a wooden mask shaped like a rhino.
What's
There we go.
things we saw at that temple when we saw the...
Also, Seraphine has fainted.
She's just
when
dumb.
we saw that Naga, the guardian of Obolaka, is it?
Or a lunga.
Those things guided us up the pyramid.
Do we need to roll anything to try and figure out if that could be it?
I mean, that's what they looked like. It's a bit odd if there were two things that looked exactly the same.
Yeah,
That description does sound exactly like those things.
it's quite a long way from here.
Well, I'm assuming these things are all over the jungle. I mean, they wouldn't just. I mean, once again, this is all assumption, but
It's just so many things in this fucking city.
Reminds me of my foxhole.
I would like to do the following. Considering this has only just happened, I'm going to hope that it is within range of.
Detect evil and good.
Okay.
I'd get maybe a bit closer to Seraphine when you cast.
Yeah, I would be near. I would have approached it. I'm not using this map as a where I am thing.
You can sense the Fey presence, and there is an elemental presence.
Hmm.
Right on me. Fantastic.
Is it on her? Or
It
just
is.
around? As in both things, or just the one?
Fey presence,
Oh yeah. Elemental presence.
elemental presence.
Why is there an elemental presence?
An elemental.
Seraphine just kind of looks at Torin like that. She does the confused dog head tilt.
Kind of goes up closer and brings his face to like a. Could I kind of sense if it was like on her head still, or
Yes.
kind of brings his head down above her head?
She's kind of very confused, but she stands still.
I have no idea if you can understand me, but if you're friendly, we won't hurt you.
Tammy can try and.
A
interact with
creature with entirely black skin and the mask of a rhino rises out of Seraphine's head with its hands up.
it. Tammy is going to approach them, say hi. You know,
Can
face
Seraphine
fatal.
see this?
Yes.
Hello, little
She's
friend.
shaking.
I like these guys.
Theodas extends hand to Kine, allow him to go on next platform. New platform.
Yes, please, new platform, please, please.
Not my platform in the face. I'm still in turn order.
Oh, just because.
Because we got to kill this thing, sorry.
No! Like how everyone's just surrounding it now.
So I'm not detecting anything. I'm not detecting evil or good from it.
You are detecting.
Intense evil.
Tammy.
This is the source of the death curse.
Can Tammy detect if it's good or not?
You are detecting good from it.
No.
You seem to be a good person,
Hello,
guys.
friend.
He's not.
Reardon sits on the ground looking at it. How are you doing?
It looks at you,
What's your name?
just with its head to its side.
Come on, don't be scared.
Reardon mimics.
And as you
Oh,
mimic,
right,
it
yeah.
turns its head back the other way round.
Ooh,
Reardon mimics.
It's
Turn around.
curious, maybe.
Can you
Are you here
talk?
to help us?
can Tammy...
It shakes its head and then it nods its head.
Okay, one question at a time.
Yes.
Can you talk?
Shakes head.
Are you here to help us?
Nods head.
Well,
Seraphine kind of like calms down at that, and she just kind of like exhales.
Do we need to go anywhere?
Nods head.
Who
Can
are
you
you?
point us in the right direction?
Shakes head.
Can you bring us there?
If
Shakes
we
head.
point-
Do you have a name?
Shrugs shoulders.
You don't have a name? That's sad.
maybe these things don't use names.
Hold on,
What's
hold
your
on.
name?
If we point in a particular direction, would you be able to nod when we're pointing in the right direction?
Shakes head.
Seraphine
know
will
where we need to
gesture
go?
Shakes head.
Seraphine will gesture
Wait,
to her head with her hooves and just be like, "Why were you in my head?"
So,
Why are you not realizing this is what she means? Why were you in her head?
It's a rhino. I mean, the mask is shaped like a rhino, right?
Yes.
Was there a rhino temple?
No.
No, there was no mention.
We already mentioned this anyway. I think.
It rubs its hands through her hair.
Ah, she does not like that.
Do you like the touch of her hair?
Nods head.
Oh, he just likes you.
Oh,
When
she kind of exhales again at that.
when we get to the place, would you recognize it?
Shakes head.
Have you seen it before?
Shakes head.
So you want us to take you somewhere, but you don't know where it is.
Shakes head.
Does someone sent you here? Or
Shakes head.
You came here on your own.
Nods head.
Are you trying to help us yourself?
Nods head.
Hmm.
And rubs fingers through hair.
You like her hair.
Nods head.
Well then.
Have you seen where anyone taking those hair away?
Shakes head.
Damn it.
Well, here's the thing.
We shall name him Rifle. Does he like it? Do you like it?
Sorry, what was the question?
If we name you Rifle, do you like it?
Nods head.
I have it. Pulls out one of the cubes. Do you know where any of these are?
Shakes head.
Well,
Points at flowers.
points of flower.
Do
The
you
flowers.
know
Remember back at the
anything
temple
about
they came with the flowers and the flowers helped with the tune. Will the flowers be helpful to us?
Shrugs. Points
Do you
at
prefer-
her, points at flowers.
Did you come from the flower crown?
Kind
you
of
come from-
nod but shrug.
Are you not sure?
A sort of answer.
Were you in the wagon with all the flowers?
Nods.
He's
Oh.
been with us since then.
Ah. And
Is
you
there
don't
a
know how
reason
to
why
get
you
back
can't
anywhere, do you?
Hang on. I want to say something. Is there a reason why you can't talk?
Points at the mask and there's no mouth.
Ah, so the mask is your face.
Nods.
Can you do anything to help us?
She gestures to one of the flowers that Seraphine is planting, and it just bursts into life and takes root in the ground and just springs up.
Another question. Are there any more of you guys?
Nods head.
Oh.
Are they back in
At
the
the
wagon?
root.
Shakes head.
At the root bursting up, Seraphine will just kind of like look at her hooves, and she's like, "Wow, even when I'm a boar, some of my magic is still there."
So actually, wait, I give you answer to that first.
Is that what?
That wasn't a question.
No.
Okay.
It's
So
a
we got a question saying, those others that are like you, are they doing all right?
Shrugs.
Do you need our help to get back to your people?
Shakes head. Points at puzzle cubes.
Seraphine kind of like, how is she gonna say this? Actually, you know it's rude. She starts writing it in the dirt with her hoof. Will cubes help you?
Shakes head and points to all of you.
The cubes
Ah.
are us.
Can you help us with the cubes?
Shakes head.
We've already asked if you knew where the cubes were, I guess.
No, we asked whether he knew what the cubes were. We were asking whether he could.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
again, he may not have. have you seen shrines? Like, because there's one like practically across the way from us, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen buildings like that?
Shakes head and like crosses arms in front of self in an X. Very negative.
I've got another question. How long have you been here for?
How can you answer that with a nod?
I don't know, because have you been here
assuming-
long? There we go.
Assuming
Have you
he'll
been here long?
point to the
Nods.
flowers.
More than 10 years?
Nods.
For a long time.
Nods.
More than 100 years.
Nods.
Say they're ancient.
Have you been here before the full moon?
Nods.
Oh,
Did you see a skeletal figure with blue burning eyes?
Shakes head.
At least you didn't see that.
Do you know
that
of
you
a
or
better
she?
way we can communicate with you?
do you want to say a he or a she?
It's difficult to tell.
Um,
They don't really have a gender.
so we can just use they them.
Shrugs. Points at mouth.
You are adorable. Are you hungry?
Shakes head.
Did you see people with those cubes apart from us?
Shakes head.
Oh, I have an idea. Does anyone have any pen and paper?
I guess yes.
Seraphine will raise her hoof, and then she realizes that it's fused in her.
That's
Okay,
it.
okay, never mind. I ask our friend, can you read and write common?
Shakes head.
Can you read or understand any language?
Shakes head.
Okay, never mind. I was going to say we could write the alphabet out.
Wait, they're Fae, right? Does the Fae world have their own kind
It's
of
an
language?
elemental.
It's an elemental.
Yep.
But
And the
speak
Fae
primordial,
presence-
but I'm guessing
and the Fae
primordial
presence
isn't any
Tammy, yeah.
of elemental.
Is the Fae presence Tammy then?
The Fey presence was Tammy, yes.
Okay.
Seraphine's rising the dead. Can you communicate through me since you are in my head?
It doesn't. I don't think they
Rubs
meant it
hair.
that way. Just rubbing hair. It means like it just hides in your hair.
No, he just loves your hair, really.
I do have a question. Safe. Can you tell me anything about this creature?
It's a Chawinga.
A Chawinga.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Safe. Give me just a moment. It's a Chawinga, by the way, so you know. Do you know of any way we might be able to communicate more effectively with it?
No, they're normally dreadfully shy.
Oh. We must be in luck.
They tend to move unseen. They shun most other creatures, but they find some people fascinating.
I suppose a gnome that turns into a boar would be very fascinating to it.
And particularly one
Seraphine gives Torin a look.
They
Just saying.
they don't sleep, they don't eat or drink or breathe. They don't have names, and they have no ability to speak.
I know this is an odd question, Safe. Has there been any record being able to teach one to perhaps understand written word?
No, they have no understanding of language.
Ah. But how do they understand us when we're asking questions?
Just go with it.
Okay. Well, Thank you very much for your,
Romad
your
tries to
assistance,
sniff them.
Safe.
Do they smell anything?
As you try and sniff it, it jumps up onto your face and runs into your mane and disappears.
Romad just kind of. Do you know when cats do when they have something on their head, right? They kind of freeze, don't they? Something like that. This is what Romad is doing. It's like.
Well fucking done. Little guy?
Look, yeah. Are you looking for some hair to stay in?
He's wide-eyed and everything. He's like, oh god, oh god, oh god. Jesus Christ, there's something on my fucking bed.
Do you want to stay with us?
Stealth. You can't see it.
Oh.
Wait a bit. Wait a bit.
Okay, it gets a +10 to that roll.
Can Tammy go in and...
I can't see it. I got a +9, so I couldn't
I'm
make it on it.
I'm sorry if we scared you there. Romad didn't mean anything by it. But we do like your company.
There's no harm in him.
There's no harm at all. If you want some hair to stay in, you're always welcome to try mine if you like.
No, mine's better.
I would offer, but I have no hair, so...
And with that, you go about the rest of your afternoon's activities, planting flowers, planting defences, dragon bait. Tammy gets lost in the main.
My guys, help me! I'm having trouble.
Seraphine spends the rest of the afternoon planting flowers. Romad spends the rest of the afternoon trying to find where Tammy went to.
He's gonna probably do a little shake.
Renala and Dragonbait will help with the defences. And then it gets to late evening on the, I think, the 16th of Tarsak.
Yep.
One moment. Let me double check dates.
How would you say that, guys? Ruffel?
Rufflef?
Rufflef.
Also, Amy has been urging us to kill.
No.
Literally. This thing, I'm going to just read this. This thing is fucking useless. Guys, kill it. It's useless. Then kill it.
So yeah, it gets...
Twinger, you meanie.
It gets to evening on the 16th of Tarsak, and about an hour before sunset, Seraphine and Romad start to feel funny again.
Oh no, I've still got Tammy and...
Time to turn into a different animal.
I turned into a giraffe!
You turn into a vulture.
Oh, fuck you. Romad!
Oh, you're back.
I'm still green. How do I get that off?
As soon as Seraphine returns, she just kind of like lets out a scream.
So wait, is Rufflef still
I still have the
out of
hat on.
Seraphine's head?
No, on Romad's head now.
And now she goes and gives everyone a hug. She's like, oh, I've been wanting to do this since I turned into a
I have
boar.
a question. What happened to the Chubinga?
It's
It
probably
went-
still in Romad's head.
It went into Romad's lion mane, and I assume it's now living in it.
I mean, he does have bushy hair. He has long, thick hair, Romad does. So anything can get lost into it, to be honest. Well, probably in his beard.
So yeah, Seraphine's incredibly happy to be back to normal, and she goes and runs around and gives everyone a hug. You have no
Romad.
idea how awful it was not to speak.
It's not that
I
bad.
have half an idea.
Romad,
been through it a couple of
headbang and see if we can try and get the two Tammy and the two Rufflef out of his hair. They're trying to froth out like.
Eventually Tammy falls out, but Rufflef is still there.
Rufflef, get that.
Seraphine will go close to Romad and just kind of like lean up into his hair, I guess.
I'm gonna
And she'll
pick.
just say, Rufflef, if you want to come back to my hair, you're more than welcome to.
Consent to pick up. Do I have your consent to pick you up, Seraphine?
Yes.
I pick Seraphine up and just let her just go and try. Yeah.
I'm not gonna search. I'm not gonna search for him, but I'll just like say to your hair, because I don't want to spook him. Just like, if you want to come back to my hair, you're more than welcome. Just...
Well, he's also got the cape where he's also got his like cape where the neck bit is like literally full of fluff as well. So...
There's a burst of the dark shape that just springs out of Romad's head and dives into Seraphine's.
Oh.
Okay, I guess that worked.
I want to draw a picture of this.
It seems to like you.
I am fine with this, as long as it doesn't cut off any of my hair like that creepy woman did. And she kind of like feels at the area that the hair got cut.
Well, you never know.
Actually, how much of it was cut?
Maybe he'll protect it.
There's 3 or 4 strands. It's not.
Oh, it's not.
It's not much, but you
can.
can. It's enough that you can feel where it is, sort of, if you know vaguely where it was.
Just know we don't know what kind of. Well, should we just, as a group, guys? Do you think it would be he or she or they or them? Are they them?
I'm just gonna say he.
He?
Yeah.
I think it's just. I think it's just you can call it whatever. I would just assume that we call it.
really matters, to be
fluff.
honest.
I'm pretty sure.
No, I think I just don't want anyone to get too confused by everything, and I'm like, I just use them or
Pretty
whatever.
sure they don't care what they're referred to as. They don't even have a
Really?
name.
Lesson learned. No matter who you are or what you do, just be you.
And so with that, the party back at full strength, a newfound friend, and some possible new
Enemies.
potential enemies. I'm going to call an end to this session. It's obviously obviously not as fun of a cliffhanger as having half the party turn into animals, but unfortunately they can't all be that.
On the bright side, we've turned back, so yay!
So it is now the evening of the 16th. You guys spend a long rest overnight, and it starts. The next session starts on the 17th of Tarsak, which is, as anybody paying attention knows, the day before Romad's birthday.
Really? Shit.
Romad's birthday is the 18th of Tarsak.
And what day is it now?
Tomorrow morning will be the 17th.
Because that's how days work.
Do you have a picture of what these look like, Tuangus?
I
think you've already been
do.
doing.
I think you've already got the picture.
I do not.
I think so. I'm sure that was...
Or not.
There's enough.
Yeah,
There's
we do.
another
It's in the
thing that-
handout. Creatures and monsters.
Creatures and Monsters handout Twinger.
I don't have that. I've only got just lion.
No.
No, that's under Creatures and Monsters. It's under Player Handouts, Creatures and Monsters.
I don't have that. Oh, fair enough. Creatures and monsters. Yes, those are the ones.
Oh, it's so cute.
So with that, we'll be back next time. Hopefully next time we'll get the chance to actually properly use the D&D Beyond sidebar that I've been working on and actually test it out. We might have a couple more characters put onto it if I can get some people to help me with that. And yes, Seraphine will have her flower crown, the original flower crown that she got from the wagon, back on her head. Tomorrow, Sean and I will be playing with some blood magic. On Thursday, we'll be back with the Valentine's Day Kobolds Ate My Baby, where Ben, Amy, Maddie, Sean, Jeff, and Tanny, and myself will be playing a very special...
And Sammy.
I thought I was missing someone.
Yeah.
And Sammy. I miscounted. We'll be playing the very special Valentine's Day version of Kobolds Ate My Baby. And then on Friday we'll be playing some other game. I don't know what it is. And then next Sunday we'll be back as the Storm King's Thunder crew land back in Waterdeep for what seems like it's going to be an action-packed, probably two-parter of killing Theodas's wife? No, Renala's fine. Killing Talon's wife.
You do not.
Oh,
Killing everyone's
wife.
I mean, killing Renala, they would have to actually come here.
I think Talon would be fine with that. Probably not the killing of Renala, but the coming to Chult he'd be okay with. But yes, we'll be back with that. We'll see you guys around. For now, farewell.
Toodles!
Bye.
Bye.